You know, all these cryptocurrencies, people are transacting using cryptocurrencies to buy huge assets somewhere, and they are not making anything. They are not paying anything to the state. Ghana is losing a lot of revenues, and I think this bill will offer or provide the needed platform for us to regulate the sector, so that government will be able to get the required or the revenue that it deserves. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the amount of money, the last time I was reading about it, Ghana is losing almost more than $1 billion every year, because people now, instead of carrying the money to do physical transactions, they are doing everything virtually. And I think this bill will help us regulate the entire sector, entire system, to make sure that those people who are transacting these virtual cryptocurrencies and other financial instruments online will be able to pay the required revenues to or taxes to the state, so that we can have enough money. So, Mr. Speaker, I think all of us need to support this bill and get it done. And with these few words, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to...
Thank you very much, Honorable Kennedy Nyako. Yes, Honorable Dr. Kabiru. Then I'll come to Honorable Adongo. And then, having gathered a sense of the House, we'll draw the curtains down and make progress.
Thank you
yes,
very much,
Honorable
Mr.
Dr.
Speaker.
Kabiru.
Mr. Speaker, the report of the Finance Committee before us seeks the approval of this House on this important bill, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, currently, our financial architecture or Ghana financial market is regulated by 3 basic laws. The Bank of Ghana Act, we have the Payment System and Services Act, and we have the Anti-Money Laundering Act. Mr. Speaker, these regulatory or legal frameworks addresses challenges of payment system in respect of the formal or traditional payment systems. But there is an emerging financial sector. There is an emerging financial world that Ghana is not an island. Ghana is part of that global financial architecture, and that is the digital economy. Mr. Speaker, volumes traded in terms of the digital economy, in terms of the financial volume, the money involved is so huge that Ghana is losing out in a lot of financial gains that will have come to the country. Mr. Speaker, this country is preparing for the 3rd round mutual evaluation on money laundering, tourism financing, and proliferation financing. The measure of your country preparedness to deal with money laundering, to deal with terrorism financing, to deal with proliferation financing is at the core of this bill. Mr. Speaker, the committee has had extensive engagement with the Ministry of Finance, with the Bank of Ghana, and then SEC, who are sponsoring this particular bill. And they have explained in extenso the rationale of this bill. And I think that the report captures the brevity, the broad contours of the rationale of this bill. Mr. Speaker, but there is something that more important that we need to avail our mind to in terms of the digital economy. Mr. Speaker, we are in this country where we are told of cryptocurrencies, and that the participation of the youth, and even sometimes members of parliament, in this particular industry, where they see cryptocurrency as a safe haven for the investment of their financial instrument, a way of diversifying their financial portfolio. Mr. Speaker, they are doing it at a risk, because we do not know when a next crisis is going to come in terms of the digital economy. Mr. Speaker, imagine that I have $1 million by way of stable coins. Imagine I have $1 million by way of, let's say, cryptocurrency transaction. And without any legal framework to address that, it's a great risk for the country. And I think that, Mr. Speaker, this House will have to approach this bill with alacrity. Mr. Speaker, the last thing I want to note on is the fact that when you look at transaction within the digital world, people are now using digital currency. People are now using cryptocurrency as a store of value. And even we are talking about stability of our currency, Mr. Speaker. The fact that the Ghanaian cedi is being at the mercy of the United States dollar because we don't have diversified ways of handling or trading. If I want to buy goods and services in China, Mr. Speaker, and I have my wallet with digital currency, I could easily transfer to another jurisdiction. But, Mr. Speaker, without rules guiding this, people will run away with our money. And so, Mr. Speaker, for me, and from the committee perspective, I feel like the Bank of Ghana wouldn't have come at a better time. But we must note that the initiative to implement digital transaction and having virtual assets bill started in the last administration. That the Bank of Ghana, realizing this threat, as far back August 2024, issued guidelines to guide financial and digital transactions. This is a continuation of that initiative, and I think that a bipartisan approach and a bipartisan support for this bill is very important so that we can see the bill come to the light of day. Mr. Speaker, with these few words, I support that this committee should actually adopt the report of the committee.
Yes, Honorable Isaac Adongo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is refreshing to realize that there appears to be a bipartisan support for this bill. Mr. Speaker, we are living in a world that is fast growing. The days of the cowrie shells are gone, and even the days of using fiscal cash is fast eroding. And that fintech and digital transactions will now rule the world. And we are talking in billions of dollars. But in there also puts this country at a major risk. The risk of not being compliant with anti-money laundering activities, the risk of Ghana becoming a safe haven for terrorist financing, and also the possibility of another NAM1 emerging in our country. It is for this reason that we need to formalize the digital ecosystem and ensure that we are prepared legally and functionally to be able to deal with the threats that this poses. But also to ensure that in addressing the risk, we are taking advantage of the opportunities that it presents in terms of job creation and raking a lot of government revenue to support development. So, Mr. Speaker, it is very clear that this bill has been long in coming, and the Parliament of this House cannot afford to let this opportunity slip by. I therefore call on my colleagues to support this bill so that we can proceed to develop the legal framework that will support the emergence of this industry. Mr. Speaker, I so support.
Thank you, Honorable Kwabi Ochimensa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. First and foremost, I believe that the world is changing, and the young ones are currently getting on board these new digital currencies, especially this crypto. We have other forms of these currencies. Mr. Speaker, Ghana has even delayed in coming out with these guidelines and regulation to regulate this space. Initially, when crypto started, people thought that they were only used for bad things. But today, big banks, big companies are now moving to crypto because of the ability to use it in tokenization. Mr. Speaker, one of the biggest challenges we have in this country is the documentation of our lands. All over the world now, they are trying to tokenize, or what I would say, trying to portion land into pieces and be able to still track them in an area or a system that is peer-to-peer, that is not centrally controlled. And I believe that this is one area, Ghana, that's the junction that we are in now to regulate it. And therefore, I do believe that everyone here should support it for us to get the Bank of Ghana to get involved as quickly as possible to make sure that it survives. Mr. Speaker, if you take the American economy with their huge debt, they are all moving to crypto. Even the US government is moving to crypto to be able to manage some of it, their true stable coins and the others. And all over the world, because of that, because of the weaponization of the dollar along the way, people are now moving either into gold or into crypto. And I believe that since Ghana is not an island on its own, it is time we also get involved. In fact, I still say that we have delayed, because about 3 years ago, the Bank of Ghana issued a statement saying that people doing crypto were doing so at their own risk. Today, we are happy that they've come with regulation for us to support it. And I believe that by partisanly, we should be able to sit down and get the bill worked out and make sure that this regulation comes into fruition. With these few words, Mr. Speaker, I believe that we should support and get work going.
Finance Minister, I want you to be concluding. Yes, minority leader. Yes. So, Finance Minister, you may conclude.
Thank you.
Please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am excited that every member in this House seems to support the idea to regulate the virtual asset industry. And I would want to excite my good brother Kabiru by confirming that, yes, this process started in the previous regime. The Bank of Ghana in 2024 actually had an extensive stakeholder engagement, and subsequent to that issued some guidelines to direct users of this virtual asset. However, we all know that guidelines is not enough, it's not adequate to regulate the sector. And so it is important that we have a robust act that will help protect all users. Mr. Speaker, I just want to give this information. Last year, Ghana recorded over $6 billion in cryptocurrency alone in Ghana. And this is by chain analysis. And this year, the figure has hit $10 billion US. So this shows how exposed our financial system is to the virtual asset sector. And so it is important that we regulate it to protect users and also to generate revenue to develop this country. And so I'm happy that we are receiving this support. I urge all members to pay attention so we go through clause by clause to pass this bill. And also, January next year, we are subjecting ourselves to the third round mutual evaluation. It is important that we demonstrate as a country that we are ready to fight money laundering, we are ready to fight terrorism financing, and all the associated risks that are with it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, honorable members, the motion for the second reading of the Virtual Access Service Providers Bill 2025 has been fully debated under Standing Order 127, and at the conclusion of the debate, the question is, as many as are in favor of the motion, say aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted. Now, yes, go ahead.
An act to regulate the provision of a virtual asset service in or from the country and to provide for related matters.
Now, the Virtual Asset Service Providers Bill 2025 is duly read for the second time. Honourable members, the Virtual Access Service Providers Bill 2025 is now at consideration stage.
I want to draw the attention of the front bench. You see all your empty seats. Look at your empty seat. I don't want to evoke constitutional. Speaker, we won't agree. Go and bring your numbers. Go and bring your numbers to pass your bill. All these empty seats. Yesterday you had a field day. Today it will not happen. We are against. Speaker, they should go and get their numbers. Chief Whip, where are you? Deputy Whip, you see your empty seat. We told you you lead us. You say we should walk away, the minority go away. Now you need us to do your bill. Speaker, they need us. They should go and get their numbers. You have 189 and you cannot marshal half. Where is the chief whip? Where is your chief whip? Speaker, where is the chief whip? He's nowhere to be found. The deputy leader is pleading. The deputy leader is pleading. And you are saying you don't need a minority. Now you see you need a minority. Now you appreciate the power of the minority. You need us. We both need each other. What are you going to say? Go and bring your numbers. Sit down. Go and bring your numbers. Look at all these seats empty. Here, empty. There, empty. And you want to pass your bill. Huh? Me, I'm not in government. Oh. You are in government. Speaker, we cannot take a decision. I don't want to come under 104 and invoke anything, but they should whip some numbers. Call your members to come. The president is watching you. Whip. Your whip. You just cable. Speaker, they should get their numbers.
Yes. Honourable members, the virtual access service providers bill 2025 at consideration stage. Clause 1.
Application of this act.
Chairman of the committee. Clause 1. Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
Honourable members, there is no advertised amendment to clause 1, but it is for the consideration of the House.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, the chairman is here and he's on phone. And your bill is under consideration and you're on phone. No, you are the chairman. No, the chairman is here. Because the chairman is here.
So
he must move the
you've now withdrawn the permission for the vice chairman to conduct the business. All members, there be no advertised amendment to clause 1. It is, however, for the consideration of the House. Any proposed amendment? Honourable members, in the absence of any proposed amendment, I will put a question. The question, therefore, is as many as are in favor of clause 1 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. Clause 1 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 2, Chairman of the committee.
Relevant regulatory authorities.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
It is, however, for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favor of clause 2 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. Clause 2 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 3, Chairman of the committee.
Functions of relevant regulatory authorities.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
Honourable members, no advertised amendment. It is for the consideration of the House. Any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favor of clause 3 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. Clause 3 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 4.
Powers of relevant regulatory authorities.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
Honourable members, any proposed amendments? There being no proposed amendments, the question is, Honourable. There being no proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favor of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. Clause 4 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 5.
Establishment of coordinating committee.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment to clause 5? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favor of clause 5 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 5 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 6.
Qualification to provide virtual asset service.
Honourable members, order. Honourable members, order. All honourable members standing should kindly resume their seats. All honourable members standing should kindly resume their seats. Honourable member in the white dress, why are you turning your back to the maze? Honourable members, let's take note of the rules. You cannot turn your back to the maze. Honourable members, in the absence of any advertised amendment, the question is as many as are in favour of clause 6 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 6 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 7.
Requirements to register.
Chairman of the committee, clause 7.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment by any member of the House, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 7 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 7 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 8, Chairman of the committee.
Application for registration.
Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
It is, however, for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favour of clause 8 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 8 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 9.
Consideration of application.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 8 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 8 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 9.
Grant or refusal of application.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. The question is, as many as are in favour of clause 9 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 9 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 10. Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there's no amendment to clause 10.
Honourable members, it is for your consideration. The question is, in the absence of any amendment, those in favour of clause 10 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 10 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Yes, honourable member.
Mr. Speaker, it's just a report. Bill is not here.
Honourable member, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a very important bill, Mr. Speaker. Very, very important bill. But, Mr. Speaker, we have the report of the committee on the council, but the bill is not attached to it. And, Mr. Speaker, we are asking for amendment proposals we are asking for consideration, and we don't even know what it is that we are happening in this house, because we don't have the bill. And Mr. Speaker, this is a very important bill. Again, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, honourable member, please, with all due respect, I am reliably informed by the table office that for some time now, each member has a copy of this particular bill. Further, honourable members, order. Honourable members, let there be order. And honourable members, I have been in this house for some time. When a bill is under consideration and you don't have a copy, all you need to do is to request the table office to make a copy available for you. That has been the practice. That has been the practice.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, these matters keep going on, especially for us who are new in this house. I have been consistent in my appeal to you that in a lot of cases, Mr. Speaker, we are not so. These are very important matters that need us to go through, find out from the industry players, take advice as legislators so that we can make meaningful contribution. In a lot of cases, Mr. Speaker, I have made this point that bills and documents are just put on the console, and we come here and we have less than 30 minutes to go through and look at it. Meanwhile, we have emails. We have emails that these bills can be sent to our mail.
Honourable member,
Mr. Speaker,
please listen and listen carefully. I have no ground to doubt the table office that this bill has been distributed. Not today, not yesterday, but for some time now. This bill has been on the order paper for second reading for more than a week. Yes, Honorable Minister for Communication.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, the gentleman who just spoke said that for new members, and we can understand that, because the practice of the House is that when bills are tabled, and this has been on the other paper for a whole week, the bills are sent to your pigeonholes over a week ago. And so you are new to the House. Take your time and understand the practice of the House. But Mr. Speaker, it's important that we understand one thing. There's a reason why Parliament has gone electronic. You are dealing with a virtual asset service providers bill. It's a virtual bill. You want to deal with paper every time. Why? Move digital and don't be analog. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, this is not a matter for debate. So if you are so much interested in the bill, contact the clerk at table and a copy will be made available for you. So I expect all other members standing to kindly resume their seats. Please resume your seats. Honourable Majority Leader, any indication as to where we should stop and do a committee of the whole?
Mr. Speaker, I have checked, and the reason why there are no issues or contentious issues is because the relevant committees went through it thoroughly, preferred some amendments. Those amendments were incorporated, and the bill reproduced with the amendments already incorporated. That is why there shouldn't be any issues. And so, Mr. Speaker, if we can just get up to clause 50, and then we can take a break from there.
Very well. Yes.
Speaker, I think that it was not for nothing that the winnowing committee was put together. And even though the committees relevant may have dealt with the bill, I was just trying to relate to the vice chairman of the committee. We need to make good use of the winnowing committee. I am a member of the winnowing committee, and I don't remember there was a meeting called on this matter. That is not to say that anybody wants to put an impediment, but we are saying that let's make good use of the winnowing committee. And there are a number of colleagues who are first-time members who also wish to learn. So let's take this into consideration and make good use of the winnowing committee going forward.
Yes, honorable member, let me also place it on record that mostly the winnowing committee will set in when there are multiple amendments to the bill. Then the presiding officer can refer those amendments to the winnowing committee so that the winnowing committee will deal decisively with those amendments to reduce the workload on the floor. Honorable members, these days we've been asking that the leadership of the Constitutional League, who are mostly members of the winnowing committee, should join the relevant committees to look at bills. Now, when that is done, by way of some practice, the amendment at those levels will be referred to the Aegis Department, who in turn integrate it into the bill. And then the bill comes very clean. Hence, it has very little or no amendment to the bill.
I will not contest that, except to add that you recall when we're doing, there was a particular bill, I don't remember, maybe Honorable Kabiru would wish to remind me, and you had counsel that the chief whip should tap into all the members who have shown potentials in the making of the bill. That's because we defer to you when it comes to these matters. I have seen your exploits when it comes to lawmaking in this house. The danger is that we should look at the attrition rate and how we can get members who have shown the interest and potential in lawmaking. So there are notable names, I don't want to put out any names, there are notable names on both sides. The honorable member for, I think, Yendi, Kabiru, a few others. We must consciously get them onto the winnowing
Yes, committee. It is Kabiru's committee that considered this bill. Kabiru is part of Finance Committee, and he will attest to the fact that he was part of the Finance Committee that gave consideration to this bill. Or Dr. Kabiru, is that not right?
Mr. Speaker, that is very right. It is right that the committee considered it, and it's also right that most of the proposed amendments have been factored in. But the issue is that the new version of those amendments has not been served on members. That's just the only issue. But the previous bill, I think every member had a copy of it. We went through it and proposed some amendments. Those amendments were incorporated into the new version, which is before this House. So, and I think that is the only part, Mr. Speaker. But the point that was made by my leader is to the effect that winnowing is a place for us to also learn, and other members to learn. So he's just saying that let's use it to nurture the talents of Parliament.
Yes, I understand. But what is the meaning of winnowing? If the bill is clean, what are you going to winnow? That's the point. But Dr. Kabiru, I can assure you that those who are agitating that they don't have a copy of the bill, the old one too, they don't have it before them. They really do not have it before them. So, honorable members, the practice is that whatever document you find in your pigeonhole, take a little time out of your schedule to read them. Honorable members, clause 11.
Change of information.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, before I move to cross 11, like you did say, we invited all those members to join the committee from both sides. So the amendment that they proposed, we incorporated everything in the bill. So it's not like we are just rubber stamping everything. No. So, Mr. Speaker, cross 11, there's no advertised amendment.
Honourable members, no advertised amendment to clause 11. It is for the consideration of the House. Any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favor of clause 11 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 11 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 12.
Duties of registered person.
Mr. Speaker, there's no amendment from the committee.
Honourable members, it is for your consideration. Any proposed amendment to clause 12? Honourable members, in the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favor of clause 12 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 12 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 13.
Validity and renewal of registration.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favor of clause 13 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 13 is accordingly ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 14.
Requirement to obtain virtual asset service license.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there is no amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favor of clause 14 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 14 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 15.
Application for virtual asset service license.
Honourable members, we can barely hear. Clause 15.
Application for virtual asset service license.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment to clause 15? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favor of clause 15 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 15 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 16.
Consideration of application.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there's no amendment from the committee.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment to clause 16? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favor of clause 16 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. Clause 16 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 17.
Grant of application.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there is no amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favor of clause 17 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 17 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 18.
Register of holders of virtual asset service license.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment to clause 18? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is as many as are in favor of clause 18 standing part of the bill say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 18 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 19.
Change of information.
Yes, Chairman of the committee, any proposed amendment to clause 19?
Mr. Speaker, your committee has no amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment to clause 19? Honourable members, in the absence of any proposed amendment to clause 19, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 19 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 19 is ordered to stand part of the bill. I will direct the drafters to check the heading of clause 11 and 19. Clause 20.
Validity and renewal of virtual asset service license.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendments? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 20 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 20 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 21.
Registered office.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, your committee has no amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 21 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 21 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 22.
Notice of activities.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there is no amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? Honourable members, in the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 22 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 22 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 23.
Directors.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? Honourable members, in the absence of any amendment to clause 23, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 23 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 23 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 24.
Qualification of senior officers, trustees, beneficial owners and shareholders.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment? In the absence of any proposed amendment, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 24 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 24 is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 25.
Appointment of senior officers and trustees.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, your committee has no amendment.
It is for the consideration of the House. Honourable members, any proposed amendment to clause 25? Honourable members, in the absence of any amendment to clause 25, the question is, as many as are in favour of clause 25 standing part of the bill, say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 25 is ordered to stand part of the bill.
Speaker,
yes.
There is an understanding that we exit at 25 and then go and break into committee of the whole.
Very well.
So there's an agreement.
Yes,
yeah,
Majority
Speaker,
Leader.
Yeah, there is an agreement, so.
Yes.
Speaker, indeed, we had agreed that we'll do up to clause 25, then we would abandon consideration, and then go and do whole committee of the whole, then we'll come back and continue. So that's agreement.
Very well. So, meanwhile, this will bring us temporarily to the end of consideration stage. Honorable members, the House is accordingly reconstituted into a committee of the whole.
He said we should dispatch this.
Honourable members, in the meantime, let me acknowledge the presence of students from Home of Glory Academy, led by Mr. Emmanuel Okan. Mr. Emmanuel Okan is the proprietor of the school. They are from Obum Domiabra. They numbered 74. May I use the opportunity to welcome you to Parliament of Ghana and to indicate that in Parliament we don't clap, we say here, here. Thank you very much. You may resume your seats. May you have a fruitful visit to Parliament. So, having constituted the House into committee of the whole, we may call on the Marshal to make sure that the gallery is cleared.